Do you sometimes wonder if the niche you're in is even capable of earning the income that you want to earn? Do you hear a lot of talk about high ticket pricing, but you wonder if that's even possible for you given what it is you do or what it is you sell? If you find yourself questioning your niche and your business model, look no further. In this video, I'm going to talk about high ticket niches and the best niches that you should be in order to generate the most profits as a coach. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Courtney Sanders here, just trying out a different look. So don't worry, I don't want to see comments like, where'd your curly hair go? It's coming back. We're just doing something a little different, but that's neither here nor there. For those of you who are brand new to me, I'm an online business coach as well as wife and mom. I wear all the hats, I do all the things. But in this video, I want to talk to you about high ticket pricing because I believe every coach should have at least one offer somewhere in their arsenal that is of a higher level price point. So I can say this because I've been coaching for 5 years and I've built my business on a variety of price points. So I've sold everything literally from $5. In fact, my first ebook, well, I'll take that back. I think it averaged out to like $15, but my first ebook, I was so scared to even sell anything online. I thought nobody was going to give me money. My first ebook, if you can even believe it, I offered for pay what you want. So this was back in 2015 when I was just getting started. I was actually just getting started in the life coaching arena and in the personal development arena. And I came out with an ebook all about goal setting and personal development. And I told my email list, which wasn't very big at the time, pay what you want, because I was so scared what people were going to pay. And some people gave me $5, some people gave me 20 or $30, but I think in the end it all averaged out to $15. So I've sold things as low as $15, and then I've sold things as high as 5 figures. So I have run the gamut when it comes to pricing, and I believe that in order to capture as much of your market as possible, it's really important that you have things at different price points. But I know a lot of people feel comfortable, at the low ticket price point. They're cool selling stuff for $20, $49, $97, even $197. And then, they might ascend to the mid-ticket tier where they're like, okay, I'm going to put together a course, and they're whole shaking in their boots, but they get themselves to sell it for $300, $400, maybe even $1,000 or $2,000, or I've seen courses as high as $3,000. But I haven't really seen, that high ticket price point, especially for new and intermediate coaches. It seems that people start to get really scared when we start talking about 3, 4, 5, or even beyond, 5-figure pricing for their coaching, but it doesn't have to be that way. However, it is important to note that the niche that you're in is going to help determine if you're able to even charge those prices. So again, I think that you should have all types of pricing in your business, but you really want to consider your niche when you're thinking about scaling up to those higher level price points. So if you're wondering what are the high ticket niches, or maybe you're brand new and you're like, girl, I just want to go straight to the top, tell me the high ticket niches so that I can make sure that I build my business around that. Well, you're in luck because we're going to talk about that right now. Okay, when it comes to knowing if your niche is even capable of charging high ticket prices, there's a few things that you'll want to look at. The first thing that you'll want to look at is if your niche can give somebody a result they can see. So that's the first characteristic of a high ticket niche. You're in a high ticket niche when you're producing a result that people can see. So an example of this is, the biggest one that, is common to give is weight loss, right? If you're in any type of like health coaching arena or fitness coaching, that's a very visible result. It's very tangible. People can see that. When I say, can people see this? I mean, can a stranger, on the outside who doesn't even know what you do, is there a way for you to demonstrate a before and an after? So health coaching is a big arena for this, and it doesn't just have to be weight loss. I've seen coaches kill it who, help with acne. Maybe they heal the gut or the body internally, and then, they're getting rid of your acne, or they're getting rid of your dark circles or the puffiness in your face, or, all of these different things. Also, even if it's not something visibly, physically, maybe you can document it with before and after health records, right? So maybe you help people heal some sort of illnesses or disorders or even diseases naturally, and you can document this was this person, this was from their doctor, they said they had XYZ disease, and then since going through my protocol, here's the report from their doctor, or here's a testimonial from their doctor saying that they don't have it anymore. So that's what I mean by it's got to be something you can see. It's got to be something tangible. It's best if you can see it visibly, but even if you can't see it visibly, if you can document it in some way. So health coaching is really big. Obviously anything to do with money. So whether that's business coaching, whether that's career coaching, coaching, whether that's finance coaching, you can see like I had this much money, and then when I worked with this coach, I had this much money, right? Or when I was working with this coach, my business was here, and then when I started, working with them, or after we finished, my business was here. Or documented. I used to make whatever X amount a month in my career, and then I worked with this coach, and I was able to get a 6-figure salary. And then you can demonstrate that. You can show proof of like, here's my before, here's my after. And another good niche or category that's also really great for this are relationships. Super obvious, right? Before I started working with her, girl, I couldn't get a date to save my life. But after I started working with her, meet bae, we're engaged, right? So that's a good before and after, like Instagram single, Instagram in a relationship. So if you're some sort of, relationship coach, and relationships don't even just have to be romantic relationships. It could be relationships with your family, relationships with your children. Before I started working with this coach, my teenager was a terror. And then after working, with them, look at all these amazing things. So this is what I mean. It needs to be a result that people are like, wow, like we can see the difference. It's tangible. That's how you know that you are in a high ticket niche. And I say this because there are a lot of coaches that get into niches where they themselves have difficulty explaining what it is that they do and what exactly the transformation is, or the transformation is super broad and it's not something that's easily something that they can demonstrate. So if you find that you are in a niche like that where it's difficult for you to demonstrate it, if you at least want to offer high ticket pricing somewhere in your arsenal, you'll want to narrow down, at least when it comes to that particular product or that particular service that you're selling at a higher price point, and you want to narrow it down to something that has a visible, tangible result that people can see. All right, the next type of niche that you can charge higher ticket prices for are niches where you can get somebody a big result. So basically your prices should be in line with the value that you provide. So the more that someone values the result that it is that you offer, the higher you can charge for it. And this is, again, something that a lot of people miss out on because they're so passionate about their particular topic, and that's great. And maybe you can even find clients who are like, oh, okay, I'll play, I'll hire you as a coach to kind of help me with this, but maybe they don't really value the result as highly, as you would like them to, because your prices are going to be in line with how valuable the result is to your client. So an example that I use all the time, because as a mom, I know that, children are priceless, are coaches that, health coaches especially, who help couples with, infertility. That's like, unlimited essentially, because people would go through to any lengths, to be able to have children. Or even if you're an adoption coach, people want, children, they want, that kind of love in their life, and they want to be able to build that family. So however it is that you help people with that, that's a good example of a big result, meaning it's a result that people prize highly and that the ROI is extremely valuable. I just talked about relationships in the previous example, right? Especially during the holidays, which is when I'm recording this, people don't want to go home, without that partner, and, having their mom and their aunties and grandma always like, girl, when you gonna get a man? When you getting up there in age, like, so annoying. All right, tell your family member, mind your business, mom, mind your business, grandma. Don't say it like that. You definitely don't want to say it like that, but I give that as an example as a big result that is highly valuable, to people, because everybody wants love and everybody wants to be in a relationship, and they're tired of having auntie and them ask them about when are they going to, find somebody and why are they still single. So that's another example of a big result. So you want to be honest with yourself and really think about your niche and say, is this something that provides a big result, meaning it provides some sort of transformation that people generally prize highly? So obviously things related to children or doing with their children, things related to relationships, obviously money. If you're going to teach me something that is going to help me make $100,000, and I definitely have no problem paying you $10,000, because what kind of return on investment is that? That's an amazing return, right? So you want to think about your niche like that. What is the return that people are going to get? The bigger the return, the more valuable the return, the more you can charge for whatever type of coaching that you do. So make sure that you're in a niche that provides people a big result. All right, I have more tips where that came from, but first I want to hear from you. What niche are you in? Go ahead and put it in the comments below. All right, and the third characteristic that you want to look at when determining if you are in a high ticket niche or if you have the ability to charge high ticket prices in your niche is, are you in a niche where there are people that you can target that are already successful? So this is very subtle, but this is really the difference between being able to just, charge things to the mass market and being able to charge higher prices. So a lot of people focus on people within their target market who are struggling, right? We've seen all of those ads. Are you struggling with weight loss? Are you struggling to get your grades up in school? Are you struggling with whatever? And while that's really great for being able to attract a large quantity of people, because a lot of people will raise their hand and say, yes, I'm struggling with that. What you find though is that there's a bit of an income ceiling with that, because people who tend to, are struggling with a certain characteristic, it can be difficult to then convince them that they can even get the result, because we talked about that in the previous step, that they could even get a big result or get a ROI from your coaching that would make your prices worthwhile. So what I like to do, specifically when I'm shifting into the higher ticket market, is you want to target people who are already successful in one arena, but they just might be dabbling in something else, and they just know that they want your help in something. So an example I'll give is a client that I actually have right now who helps people get government contracts. So we've worked together to raise her prices, and what we did was we helped her target business owners who are already successful in their particular arena. So they're already getting clients and they're already making sales in their business and whatever it is that they do, and now they just want to transition into the government arena and start getting some of those government contracts. And so the mindset is just much different when you're dealing with clients who already have a lot of successes under their belt. So before, she was having problems raising her prices because she was dealing with struggling business owners. She was using a lot of that language in her marketing, like, oh, are you struggling to get government contracts? Are you struggling to make sales in your business? Well, what do you think happened? Of course, she was attracting struggling business owners, and it was difficult to convince them to be able to, pay higher prices for her coaching, even though the result that she could provide was very big, because government contracts can be 6, sometimes 7 figures, depending on what it is. So once we made that transition and we kind of targeted the niche within the niche, which is the more successful people within her audience, she was able to then raise her prices. So you want to think about that. Who are the people who are already successful? They just want to add a new skill set or get a new result in their life, but they're not necessarily struggling. If you're in a niche where there are people who are successful and aren't necessarily struggling, then that's a good indication that you can charge high ticket prices as well. All right, so if your niche has these 3 characteristics that we talked about, then you definitely are able to charge higher prices. But before you can charge higher prices, you have to get clients in the first place. So if you're looking for a way to attract clients consistently, then I invite you to my free Client Attraction Masterclass, where I give you my personal process that I use right now to this day. I don't hold anything back. I share the entire 5-step process that I do in order to attract clients. I share that in this masterclass, and you can get that at CourtneyLSanders.com/masterclass. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you want even more, make sure you're following me on my podcast, The Courtney Sanders Show, which you can check out on both iTunes and Spotify. And if you want even more beyond just the videos and the podcast, I give near daily tips on my Instagram. So come on over to CourtneyLSanders on Instagram. Send me a DM. Let me know you watched this video. And I love chopping it up with you guys in the comments. So I hope you enjoy this. And until next time, I'll see you later.